Enough said, bub. This just in.
Spider-Man here.
Cut off one head too
more shall take its place.
Enough said, Bubba. Enough said, Bubba.
Escaped! Escaped. Oh, snap. Opponent snapped. I see the way. Escaped.
Nice.
Clear for takeoff.
Opponent snapped.
Impressive.
Hey man, I'm Cook.
throne.
Impressive.
Soft pretzel crust and delicious cheddar cheese sauce. Pretzel crust is back at Little Caesars.
Yep.
Victory! The universe shall be set right.
Đứng lên quay một vòng kênh chat ngắm nào.
Được thôi.
Storm is rising again.
Yeah, Magneto!
Ride the winds.
More powerful yet.
I am ready to burn.
Restore your motion.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
The final 10 seconds!
Feel
Stop.
Disappear!
Are
The
you
current score
stupid?
is 0-0.
Like,
Time to switch
their
things
Luna
up,
ult, then you're
including
gonna
which
ult.
side you're on.
Their Luna ult. The fuck am I? Okay.
The right heroes could make all the difference.
wind, cloud, and storm. Hear my command.
Bro, your ult was
I
literally
will
gonna win
bring
us
peace
round.
to this.
Like,
I will bring peace
And
to this
you-
universe, no matter the
he ulted
cost.
a Luna ult? Okay. What do you mean I need a better?
Where there is
I'm
evil
literally-
in this
okay.
universe, I will be there to balance it.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
I recently emerged from a regenerative cocoon.
You got to hook me up with one of those, bro. I could use a serious tune-up.
Perhaps I should focus my cosmic.
Người Nga đến Việt Nam và cứ tưởng mình lạc vào hành tinh khác. Họ sốc vì xe máy chạy ào ào, sang đường phải nhảy như ninja, không luật nào giống Moscow. Còn cà phê đá ngọt làm họ quên vodka. Thời tiết nóng 40 độ mà người Việt vẫn ăn tô bún nóng, trong khi người Nga đổ mồ hôi muốn bỏ chạy. Chỉ 50.000 đồng mua được tô bún bò, họ nghĩ Việt Nam.
More important matters.
The battle starts in 5.
They rotate out for that season's month.
It'll go to the collector's packs. So it'll kind of make this journey from season pass card to seasonal pack.
Đừng Quý ơi. Mày sẽ luôn là một phản diện trong một cuộc đời của ai đó mà.
Đó là phản diện, đó là Diffusmut. Neo nè neo neo nè neo 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 neo.
Nè, mai dùng sờ bay vẫn dislike mọi người.
Cái giọng có cảm giác có đàm vậy đó. Dạo này nó có ăn cái gì nóng rồi. Không đủ
Ủa,
bánh.
mày với con Cát tới khi nào mới xong cái kia?
Sao đâu rồi mày? Chỉ trong còn
Sao không, tới khi nào có đứa thua thôi.
nè không. Khổ sở cho hai đứa.
Một đứa thì không được,
Không
mình
sao.
đứa thì không được trà sữa.
Khổ sở cho hai đứa luôn.
Ta sắp có artwork rồi đó.
Ok. Cái nó tập hại mất.
Artwork thứ hai.
Nó kể cho tao về cái gì mà nó gì mày mua mình trình nó nói chẳng hậu nó chứ kỳ gì nó kiểu how the fuck đi. Yeah, yo. But I have to good serve. So I can maybe turn down the light a little bit here. It's like, is the lighting good? Maybe it will fix itself sooner or later. You can go day drinking. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm feeling good about this list. It feels consistent, it feels good. Let's just hop into the games. Create a lobby. Now we just wait. I think consistently making people triggered. Exactly.
ยิงแป๊กจิโนล่าเล่นตรงไหนดีสุดเหรอผมว่าก็ต้องเล่นปีกซ้ายกับกองหน้าน่าจะดีที่สุดนะแต่จริงๆมันน่าจะเล่นกลางลุกได้ด้วยแหละเพราะมันมีส่งทะลุช่องไงไม่รู้เลยอ่ะว่าจะให้เล่นตรงไหนดีอ่ะต้องลองถ้าเกิดคันธพัฒน์เปิดได้แล้วอ่ะลองเอาไปเล่นดูนะว่าเล่นตรงไหนดีสุดเพราะว่าผมยังไม่ได้ลองเล่นเลยก็เลยไม่แน่ใจเท่าไหร่เอ้ยผมมีอยู่นี่ว่าผมมีนะ
Always be happy to see those two teams face off against each other. Chester B, so far 2 meta picks in play already. Carl is banned out here.
ผมมีนะแท้ผมเอาไปเล่นไหมล่ะ
Think hypercharge turret, and he was just so dominant in the most recent meta. I still kind of have flashbacks to that, even though his hypercharge is a little nerfed right now.
Hey, but Chester, I'm looking at the scrim data for EMEA, and Chester, Mr. P is 100% win rate for every time it's picked up. Buster is also really good, but Buster with B, usually we don't see it as much. You see it being synergized.
ผมออกดีกว่าผมกดออกดีกว่าไม่เอา
Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can do it all, like project managers orchestrating plans their whole organization.
Completely. Buster, of course, is also going to do pretty well. Even better if he's against Mr. P and not the Chester, maybe. And Humble now needs a mid-brawler who is going to be played by Lukey. Does technically open here.
No.
But it's going to be a Squeak instead.
That is...
Maybe actually Mr. P Gem Carrier. Very surprising pick.
I didn't expect either of those, really. Mr. P Gem Carrier is kind of crazy. I don't expect Squeak to be Gem Carrier, though. But I like the Squeak pick because there isn't anything that can get into the face of Squeak all of a sudden. The only way I see Squeak really faltering is if he over-aggresses and the Buster is there to capitalize with the gadget. But I like both of these compositions. I especially like the Humble one because they have the Mr. P, which is going to address the B quite effectively. We're going to go to game number 1 of this third set. It might be the last set between Eclipsar and Humble, but Eclipsar has a lot in their tank here that needs to be said.
Before we're heading into that match, though, little fun fact, the banned out brawler before was actually Lumi, and Humble already yesterday had a matchup against Dark Eagles that didn't know Lumi was global banned. They banned it every single round. So Humble is getting crazily lucky today and yesterday, with their opponents not realizing she's out of the conclusion or out of the question anyways. And yeah, they're just losing a ban because of that. Heading into that game now, though, 3-2-3 so far. Pretty even standing here. Eclipsar with a little bit more mid control. B against the Mr. P is just a bit more DPS on the side of Eclipsar here.
Ooh, C7 almost got into Squeak's face there, but there is a turret on the side of Lukey, which is going to be great. And a big super being popped. Ooh, huge, massive by Boss. Gets kill on a C7. That's going to be great for ensuring that. Whoa! Wow, huge kill for Boss and a Marco. He collects all the gems, and that is highway robbery from Humble Eclipsar Esport caught lacking.
At the same time, though, Beast on the left-hand side is just completely clapping, wiping Symantec, then getting the takedown onto Boss. But it doesn't even matter, really, as long as that Mr. P is still alive. Lukey still standing strong, not a single scratch on him as the timer runs out. And Humble not only takes this game, they also take the match point now.
Brilliantly played from Humble there. Honestly, I feel like that Squeak should not have been able to get that kill, but it happened at the end and they were able to capitalize and get all of those gems. And honestly, that's what you should not do with Humble if you're Eclipse. You can't afford to make these small mistakes because the world champions are going to capitalize.
I do have to point out Boss here, the absolute MVP for me today from the side of Humble, playing a phenomenal Squeak, a brawler that we didn't really have on the radar, and he somehow makes it work. I also just constant jinxed him as soon as I mentioned him. Of course he's gonna go down the right-hand side. At least he did get the trade out, thanks to Lukey helping him. With 3 gems on the side of Eclipse, 2 are still laying in their spawn for now. They're just focusing on holding their mid control, and Biso repeatedly does a phenomenal job left against the Chester. It's really just that Mr. P wreaking havoc on the side of Humble, and Squeak somehow winning lane even against the Buster.
Yeah, and it has to be mentioned that Eclipse have started this game really well. They get the kill on a boss here, and Marco has ensured that he doesn't feed Lukey too much. But now, with going after C7, Lukey gets a free turret up, which is going to be great for him. And now I feel like a lot of momentum is going to swing to the way of Humble here as this turret is up.
Marco in mid, Luke in mid, both on 5 gems right now. Boss on the left-hand side now switching lanes. He doesn't want to go up against that Buster anymore. And Sabine with a hypercharge ready. Let's see if he can do something for his team here. Has a lot of pressure, but does fall in the end, and so does Marco, losing all of the gems. Once again, Boss with the important takedown, the countdown for Humble. They have the match point. They could close it all out here and be the winners of this upper bracket final with a clean 3-0. Lukey or Boss have to fall, but nobody's still standing from the blue team. Humble, congratulations to your win. You're taking this one 3-0, clean sweep. Eclipse was not around today.
Ooh, they were out in shambles. That was unfortunate for Eclipse Esports because honestly, I expected it to be much, much closer. I didn't expect a 3-0, but we still have Eclipse. They're going to be facing off against Reply Totem, so it's not the end of the day for them. They could take revenge from the lower bracket against Humble, but I have to say that was such a dominating victory from Humble there. I think that they completely they picked apart the Eclipse squad just like limb by limb, just completely removing them from the equation. It was a systematic deconstruction of Eclipse Esports. Kudos to Humble for that though.
Well played by them. All 3 sets did a pretty good draft and pretty skillful how they played that one. I did not expect the 3-0 from this at all, honestly. We had a 3-2 yesterday from SK versus Eclipse and I expected this one to be just as close between those two that are at the top of EMEA, definitely. As you just mentioned, we still have a lower bracket, so Eclipse is not out of the equation yet. Both of those teams have not lost a single match before this match now, so Eclipse has to face off against Reply Totem now in the lower bracket final.
Yeah, and before that, we're going to take a short break of about 10 minutes, and we'll see you for the next match, which is Eclipse versus Reply Totem. So we'll see you guys in 9 minutes, or sorry, 3 minutes. Sorry, I thought it was a 10-minute break. Stay tuned. It was 3 minutes? Oh, it's a 10-minute break. Yeah, so stay tuned, basically. I'll see you guys after the break. Yes, Semantic, you cooked.
New Halo Top with mix-ins in every bite is Halo Top like never before. With 8.
Today I'm buying the new Sparky skin. Prime vibes back. Alright, let's buy this literally like him. Unlocked Spark booted skins. Guys, like we have the Desert Scorpion Chuck, crazy skins. And then look at Griff map. Old skin might be the Griff one. Yeah, keep it secret. I'm trusting you on this. I want this title. I need to play this guy more. But Griff, secretly, don't tell Serge, don't tell anyone. I love this guy.
With a max, so if Eclipsar can pick up a max as their last pick.
Anyway, so let's get.
And Mr. P left open.
To solo showdown. Jack is really not the best brawler for a showdown, but I still want to do it because
Ở Hàn Quốc, đàn ông thường chấm điểm ngoại hình bạn gái như một bảng xếp hạng, nghe kỳ lạ nhưng có thật. Văn hóa K-pop và phẫu thuật thẩm mỹ khiến vẻ ngoài trở thành tiêu chuẩn lớn. Đôi mắt to, mũi cao, khuôn mặt V-line là điểm 10. Một khảo sát cho thấy 60% đàn ông Hàn Quốc dưới 30 tuổi đánh giá bạn gái dựa trên nhan sắc trước tiên. Vì ở đó ngoại hình không chỉ là vẻ đẹp mà là cách họ khẳng định giá trị bản thân trong xã hội. Ở Hàn Quốc,
We return to Star Toon Studio for the December season.
I've been grinding a lot this season, and one of my goals was to get at least 3 brawlers to 2,000 trophies. And the time has finally come where I accomplish that. There's a really good map out right now that is perfect for all 3 brawlers that I'm trying to push. That is Hot Zone Dueling Beetles. I'm going to be pushing Jesse, Barley, and Brock. They're each 3 games away from 2,000 trophies, and I'm going to be playing those with you guys right now. Let's do it. Okay, so I have my friends OG and Nathan here with me. We cannot afford to lose a single game because I think I get like negative 30 trophies if I lose a single game. And then the next game, I only gain singular trophy, 1 trophy per win, which is crazy. Okay, so we're against a Barley, which is gonna be kind of annoying, but we have a Melody. It'll be hard because I won't be able to put my super down near the walls because a Barley would just take it out in a second. Oh, he almost killed me. I almost killed him too though. Okay, nice. So low. Okay, nice. The Ems is left, but I don't think she'll walk up. Okay, Frank has super. I'm gonna have to put that down and slow him. Okay, I'm in a bad spot right now. It's okay, I'm not dead yet. I do have my hypercharge. Okay, Frank's in here with super. Guys, be careful, he has a super. Ooh, he has the gadget where he goes invincible, that's so good. Okay, got the M's. Gonna stand right here. Okay, I'm not really sure where to put my super because a Barley, again, will just take it out so fast. I'm gonna put it like right there on the other side of the Barley. Oh, I couldn't slow him. Did I slow him? He still had his invincibility shield on. He was super fast.
Pretzel crust is back at Little Caesars. That's all Brian can talk about.
It's back! Yep, soft pretzel crust with cheddar cheese sauce is back. It's back!
It's back! Try delicious pretzel crust at Little Caesars for only $6.99.
Let's go.
Come!
Some up here.
Là con ác trai mình đặt sớm mốc.